Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Travel, Explore, Celebrate Life with your hosts, Neil and Sunila. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, do drop in a review. If you're listening to us on YouTube or watching us on YouTube, drop in the comments what you would like to listen on future episodes. Bollywood has been something that has been connected with travel over the years. Like all of you listening, we have also been fans of Bollywood, and it just fuels our hunger for travel, right? And you will agree that there have been so many movies over the years that have been shot in India, have been shot in overseas locations. And we spent 3 hours watching that movie, but after that, the next 3 days, we are just thinking about that one destination that was featured in that Bollywood movie. So this episode of Travel Explore Celebrate Life, we are going to discuss Bollywood and India and how both of them link together. So Sunira, welcome to another episode. You are looking as chirpy as ever. So thank you so much for joining. And let's start with something. Let me ask you before getting into each state of India and what movies were shot there. Let me ask you, like, what are some of the movies that come to your mind that actually portrayed destinations within India or outside of India exceptionally well? Where I said 3 days after watching the movie, but for 30 days after watching that movie, you just felt like traveling. What comes to mind?
Hi Neil and hi everyone. It's so good to be talking about Bollywood, one subject that we really love because I think movies. The best part is they take you to a world where everything is possible. And today, when we look at the movies, we are looking at what is happening out there, and it does stay with us for quite some time. So Neil, you're absolutely right when you say that you're thinking of that even after you've seen it, and I really believe that movies are like the best advertisement that a destination could ever want, so you can have endless advertisements in newspapers, billboards and everything, but get that one movie right or one location right, and you're sorted for life. So there have been many movies across the world, which are Bollywood movies shot across the world, that have always done well. I think from the times of Raj Kapoor, we started going out and shooting in Switzerland. Shami Kapoor has quite a few movies out there in Switzerland. But if you ask me about two movies that really changed the way we travel, I think it's a little bit more recent as compared to that, because I think in the times of Shami Kapoor and Raj Kapoor, it was like escapism because it was still out of bounds to be get on the flight and go to Switzerland, but today everything's possible. And I think the first movie that comes to mind is, of course, the iconic movie that ran for more than 25 years in the theaters, is Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge. And even today that movie is still as fresh because every location in that movie is still stunningly fresh, Neil. So it was shot mostly in Switzerland and in London. And every time, like, I remember I was with a group tour in London and I was the tour manager for the group, and there was a group of young girls and they kept insisting we have to go and find Raj's house in that movie. And then we had to keep circling to actually check. I forget the number, but yes, some blue door, and that was his house and all of that. And in fact, in on Mount Titlis for a very long time, there was a cutout of Shah Rukh and Kajol as Raj and Simran, and you could actually just go and take a photo out there. So I think those movies have really made us travel out.
So for all listeners and viewers on YouTube, Mount Atlas in Switzerland, if you go to Mount Atlas, you will love the snow as you go up the mountain. But the moment you get out on the snow deck, there is a cutout of Kajol and Shah Rukh Khan out there, and there will be a huge queue to actually take a picture with that instead of the snow toys or snow adventure toys that are there at Mount Atlas. So that is one interesting thing. I completely agree. Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge, it has also made the theater that ran it for more than 25 years, Maratha Mandir here in Mumbai, super famous. So DDLJ. But Sunila, there is one movie that we cannot not
Yes.
talk about, right? And it has been in the recent past, and it worked wonders for not Switzerland but another country in Europe, that was Spain. Which one am I talking about?
Well, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, and I think just the name of the movie itself really tells you that get out there and travel. There may not be a tomorrow kind of a feeling. So, I think it just changed the face of Spain for Indians, because till then I remember this because we were really, making new itineraries and promoting new destinations and trying to get people to go out and visit different places. And every time we spoke about Spain, the general impression was that, oh, it's got too many cathedrals, and it's got too many monuments. I don't know what I'll do there, maybe next time. People, of course, once they went, loved it, but Spain was just not getting enough word of mouth. And then I think the Spain tourism then, and my friend was out there, she was working on it, Madhu, and they did an amazing job where they kind of managed to get the movie itself, where you're actually charting the course and you're creating this road trip in the movie as a part of the story. And it just showcased all the wonderful things and adventure that you could do in Spain. And I actually had people come in and say, book me the exact same holiday that the three people did. I want to go to all those three locations. So yes, it was really fantastic. And I think that kind of really set a benchmark for the other movies and other producers and Bollywood to follow, that look, if we do get things right, then it can change things for the destination.
Yeah, I think one of the good things that Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara did was that, it fueled our bucket list.
Yes.
After watching that movie, people started creating a bucket list. And Spain came on the Indian travelers map. And like you rightly said, many people would come to travel agents like us and be like, okay, I want the same itinerary, and we have planned that for so many
Yeah.
people. Like, we even have a La Tomatina festival tour that Veena World does every year. So that is also something fun and exciting. Now, enough about these two movies. Everyone talks about them, but let's come to India, because we have been talking about the pride of India, how proud we are of India, and India just offers so much, right? So that is why let's discuss India and Bollywood. Many Bollywood movies have been shot all across India. So I think, if we were to list down like the list of movies that, watch this was shot there, it might take us a long time. So let's take a different approach here. Let's start in the north, come down to the south, go east, go west in between, and talk about the destination and try to remember movies that were actually shot there. And I think that might be more interesting, that might be more exciting. So let's start that. And I think if I'm talking about the north, the first thing that comes to mind is the beautiful Kashmir. So what comes to your mind when we talk about Kashmir?
Only one name, Neil, and that is Arvind Swamy of Roja. I mean, for people who grew up looking at Roja and seeing the movie, it was just impossible not to fall in love with Arvind Swamy. And the movie was just amazing. It just brought Kashmir to life. So, right from the time where he's abducted in Kashmir to the songs of the movie that just showcased it so beautifully, Roja is something that was completely Kashmir for me. Of course, later on, also, there have been many movies that have showcased Kashmir really well. Recently, there's been Razi, and then Gulmarg looks so amazing in Haidar. So, Pahalgam, of course. So, all of Kashmir is so beautiful that you take up any spot and you can start shooting there, right? So, you have Dal Lake from the times of Shammi Kapoor, where he was in the Shikara, to someone like Anushka Sharma, who's singing Jia Jia Re in, I think, Jab Tak Hai Jaan. So there have been so many movies shot there. And another one of my favorites was Highway, the movie, and that was shot near Aru Valley in Pahalgam. So then you have, Srinagar with the Dal Lake, you have Gulmarg with the snow-capped mountains, and then you have the beautiful Pahalgam. I mean, just think of it, right? To an extent where a movie like Betab, if you ask the millennials or the younger generation, they probably don't even know what Betab is. But in Pahalgam, the valley is still called as Betab Valley. So the name stuck on long after the movie is not remembered. So that is really the power of Bollywood in that sense.
Yeah, you took so many names there, but then when I think about it, like a movie like Haider was shot
Mhm.
in the winters of Kashmir, right? There was so much
Yeah.
snow all around, so it showcased a very different version of Kashmir as compared to the other ones. In Highway, of course, Alia Bhatt did an amazing job traveling through Kashmir, and like as we go about talking about different states up north, there will be many states that will have the movie Highway mentioned, but Kashmir was shown beautifully in that also. One of the things about Kashmir is that it is a year-round destination, right? And so many movies are shot there because it has been inaccessible to the Indian tourist up until a few years ago. Now
Yes.
Kashmir has beautifully opened up, and as we have been like taking so many travelers there, it is just like paradise. And I would totally agree. Now from Kashmir, let's move on to Leh. And one of the movies that actually showcased Leh incredibly was the Amir Khan starrer Three Idiots. Now, there was Pangong also, and there was the Rancho School also. But what do you remember from Three Idiots, or what do you remember like about Leh?
Neil, Pangong Lake for sure. I mean, Leh, Ladakh again, the whole area of Ladakh is so beautiful. Um, I remember having butter tea out there. So it's really not tea, but it was so warming and so nice to have it, especially in the cold weather. And I remember the scene from Three Idiots, which is the most iconic, is Kareena Kapoor coming in a bridal outfit on the scooter driving by Pangong. And actually, if you've been to Pangong, they have kept you can take photos that would remind you of Three Idiots out there as well. So they
Yeah,
picked up some.
they have kept the three seats out there, right? That were on the
Yeah,
poster of
the
Three Idiots.
props are
Yeah.
still out there, so you can take a photo out there. In fact, that is another thing, that many people like to recreate scenes from their favorite movies on these favorite locations, and I think that's a great way to remember. But one point to remember there is, do carry correct clothing and the right colors, and make sure you're aware of the weather out there at which point you're going, so that you're sufficiently equipped to take the best photos of a lifetime. So yes, for me it's the beautiful blue waters of Pangong Lake that just, I close my eyes and I reach Pangong Lake. But otherwise, just put on Three Idiots and you can revisit Pangong Lake as many times as you want.
Yeah, another thing that well, it's Rancho School, right? That's where they
Yes.
go and find Rancho. So that is actually Drew White Lotus School in Leh that
Mhm.
you find, and many travelers today go and call it Rancho School, and they can click photos out there. And I've been seeing so many boomerangs that Veena World tour managers have been saying. But you were talking about an interesting thing that people love to recreate poses as the actors have done. And one of the things that I saw in New York once, that on Brooklyn Bridge
Mhm.
is everyone tries to recreate the
Yes.
Shah Rukh Khan pose from Kal Ho
Yeah.
Na Ho, right? So that is something interesting. Let's come down. Let's come down. Let's take Himachal Pradesh and Punjab together, because many movies have been shot like here between both of these states, right? So what comes to mind? There are so many of them.
Neil, there are so many, and I think in Himachal Pradesh, Shimla and Manali are, of course, the two most popular places. And actually, when I was walking down the mall road of Shimla, suddenly it's when I realized, oh, yeah, this was the place where Three Idiots was also shot, right? Like Three Idiots is one of our favorite movies, and it does keep coming up again and again, because I think they've really managed to capture the essence of Shimla really well in that movie as well. And then another movie, of course, we have to talk about when we talk of Himachal Pradesh is Jab We Met, because they've captured different places of Himachal Pradesh in the song, as a movie backdrop, as a location. I mean, who can forget Rotang Pass? I think, again, Kareena Kapoor, but Kareena Kapoor and Shahid Kapoor at Rotang Pass, and with the beautiful song, great melody, great sights, you just want to reach out to Rotang. I think that one song, you look at it and you want to be in Rotang Pass next, don't you
Yeah,
think so?
I think Kareena Kapoor, Rotang was already up there, right? Like it
Yeah,
was one of
yeah,
the top
yeah,
tourist sites in India. Kareena Kapoor and Shahid Kapoor, and Kareena Kapoor in that yellow outfit, if I'm not wrong,
yeah,
dancing
yeah.
at Rotang Pass with the high ice walls. It just took it to another level, and everyone wanted to suddenly go there. And also in Three Idiots, the song "Behti Hawa Sa Tha Wo" was shot
Correct.
in that
Yeah,
car, like
yeah,
going through Himachal Pradesh. So that was also something that was incredible. Then wasn't it Highway that had Spiti Valley also, right? So
that's right.
Spiti was shown in Highway in an incredible light. So, and Mall Road in Shimla has been in so many movies, right? Like that church that is there, and I think Jab We Met is something that defines these two places. Highway, of course, was shot in Amritsar and Punjab also, so that was something that was super fun. Let's come to
Neil, one more movie
oh
that I really want to add here was Ranbir Kapoor, Deepika Padukone starrer Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, because it was at Hidimba Temple that a few of the scenes were done, and Hidimba Temple is a major part of the sightseeing in Manali. Also, again, the Roja movie, there was Hidimpa Temple also. So you have all these movies and places, and Ye Jawani Hai Diwani also had trekking, and Jalori Pass kind of became so popular after the movie that people were actually asking that can I go on a trek to Jalori Pass after seeing the movie. So yes, Himachal Pradesh has a lot of movies that are shot there.
Yeah, Ye Jawani Hai Diwani was something that was just like fueling your bucket list with every
Yes,
scene, right?
yeah,
And I think it was shot in Himachal Pradesh, in Shimla and surrounds, not Shimla, Manali more so, but and surrounds, and it was also shot in the state of Rajasthan. So let's
that's
come to
right.
Rajasthan now. Ye Jawani was it Uday Vilas that it was
Yes, Neil.
that? Yes.
The wedding takes place, and that is the beautiful Uday Vilas Hotel. We've already spoken about it as well. But just looking at the location, the pool, and the rooms, and everything out there, I think, I mean, Udaipur itself is a city that is pretty, and then put together a great star cast and a beautiful hotel, and you have a winning combination there. And in fact, they do shoot in a lot of other places in the city as well in the movie, but there are also many other movies that were shot there. And one that comes to my mind is not actually not totally an Indian movie, but it was a British movie that was shot here, and which is The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel,
Oh,
and
what
which
a
did
movie.
so well with Dev Patel and Judi Dench, and again an amazing star cast. And the movie itself was really quite enjoyable, but they did actually get on to the crowded streets, and they shot in Jaipur and Udaipur. And I remember reading about it where they said that the only hindrance to shooting was very curious people all around India who want to meet and come and talk to the cast, and but they also felt quite welcome. So but Udaipur is like that, and Rajasthan is known for its hospitality. So you
You,
can't go wrong.
another movie that I remember is Jodha Akbar. So
Mhm.
Jaipur's Amer Fort is shown really well in Jodha Akbar when Rao Jodha actually is at that fort and Hrithik Roshan comes to get her. And the recent one that was actually the Ranveer Singh starrer, what was that movie?
Bajirao
No,
Mastani,
not
no.
Bajira Mastani. The other one, Alauddin Khilji one,
Ah,
Padmavat.
Padmavat.
Yeah, Padmavat
Yeah.
was also related to Rajasthan, right? So Rajasthan has been a location that people have been going to, frequenting, and shooting many Bollywood movies. We'll not spend a lot of time there because I
It's
think,
not
yeah,
surprising, right? But because Rajasthan is a historical place, so
yeah,
it's your first choice for any historical movie. So all the names that we've taken have been mostly movies along with the others. But primarily, you think of mythology, you think of a historical movie, and Rajasthan becomes the best place to shoot.
yeah, because in Mandava also there is the Bollywood street, right? And I think PK
Yes,
was shot there.
yes, that's
So
right.
yeah,
That's right.
that also comes to mind. So as we are going about talking, there are so many things that are just you just remember, oh, this was shot there, that was shot there, and then the list just goes on.
True.
But yeah, so Rajasthan has all of those movies. Now let's maybe head east. Let's go West Bengal. Let's go
Mhm.
Sikkim and all of those places. What comes to your mind?
Neil, the hill stations of the Northeast and Kolkata and Darjeeling, I think the hill stations that are something that they just have so much of colonial charm, and they have just walking by the cafes there and spending this nice evening in the hill stations is something that I really like to tell people that don't pack your days with sightseeing when you go to these places, because you should have at least half a day free to just walk around and soak in the atmosphere. It's just really just magical. And one movie is really, I think, probably for me, the best Ranbir Kapoor movie, Barfi, was shot in Darjeeling, and he's so endearing in that movie, and his charm, along with the city and the hill station and the toy train and everything, it just takes you back in time. I think it's really too
Yeah,
sweet.
it feels like Ranbir Kapoor has traveled places just because of his movies, right? And then there are so many new ones that he's coming up with and that have been shot in different locations too. So Barfi, of course, right up there. But wasn't Kahani also shot in Kolkata?
Oh yes, Neil Kahani, the whole story takes you to Kolkata and through the by lanes and For me, I think maybe it really inspired me in a way as well, because if you remember, the climax scene of Kahani happens during Durga Puja, and during Sindur Khela is when, and they actually have the idols in the pandals and all of that. And I guess, at a subconscious, subliminal level, it kept inspiring me that I really want to go and see the Durga Puja. I really want to go. And about 3 years back, I was there in Kolkata to see the Durga Puja, and really enjoyed it. It's an amazing experience, and definitely, we can plan that for others also, because it does need a bit of planning as to how you're going to see it. It's a huge place. The pandals are beautiful, the decoration is amazing, and the atmosphere is so festive and so amazing, and you have to have all the Bengali food that you can within those 2 3 days. So yes, so Kahani it was, with its beautiful portrayal of Kolkata.
Yeah, totally agree. Awesome. East done. Let's come back to the West. Before we move south, and one of the most iconic movies is going to be mentioned soon. Let's let's first come to Maharashtra, where being Bollywood, all of these movies mostly are shot in Maharashtra, right? But because you mentioned Bajirao Mastani, well, it was Peshwa Bajirao, and then there was the Shaniwar Wada that was in Pune, and all of those things. So even though it was a movie about something that happened in the past, most of it was shot in a studio and everything. It just reminded you of how it was in the past, and there were many tourists who were actually going and visiting these places. And Maharashtra offers so many forts, and we discussed the forts of Maharashtra in another episode. So that was Maharashtra. But let's go down to Goa.
No, no, no. But before we go down, there is one place in Maharashtra which I just have to mention it, because it's not so much about a film set, but that place itself is like a set. And I'm talking of Vai, which is near Pune and about near Mahabaleshwar actually. So about 4 to 5 hours from Mumbai, and the whole place. And again, I think that was my first holiday during the lockdown last year. Like just when the lockdown opened, I actually went to Vai.
I think I know what you're talking about, the movie that you're talking about. You can name it, but I can't believe I forgot about that movie. That was like from Y to NASA, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so Swades was the movie which was really shot here, and also Omkara and also Dabang. So, why is Bollywood's favorite on like a village location, if you want to call it, and with the Nana Fadnis Wada there, and you have the temple behind, the ghats there. It's so beautiful. Mahabaleshwar Panchgani very close by. The waters of the Dhom Dam, you think like you're in Europe because the water's so blue and so amazing, and so close to Mumbai. It's only 4 5 hours. Great farm stay options there. So definitely something that you should think of instead of Mahabaleshwar maybe, or add on to your Mahabaleshwar holidays. So yes, that was something I just had to mention. And then we can go to Goa now.
Yep. Let's go to Goa. And a road trip from Mumbai to Goa was shown beautifully in the movie Dil Chahta Hai. I make it a point that I watch it with my friends every year. And you never get bored of this movie. But Goa was just shown so beautifully in that movie. Of course, the movie also had Sydney, but we are sticking to the Pride of India. And yep, Goa. What do you remember from that movie?
The fort. I think
Yeah,
for me, the most iconic scene is where the three of them are on top of Chapura Fort, I think, and they're talking about it. And in fact, I think we take Goa for granted because it's so, we just keep going there all the time. It's so easy to reach Goa,
yeah,
and every time. But sometimes you miss out on the many attractions and the many different facets of Goa. And the movie kind of brought out these beautifully. So I remember the last time we went, instead of just lying on the beach all day, we made it a point to go to the fort, and it was really worth it, because if you know the story behind the fort, and you stand there and actually have history and movie and everything together, it's beautiful. So yes,
yeah.
definitely.
And I come back to that thing where people try to recreate scenes, right? So
Hmm.
the three friends in Dil Chahta Hai, that is Akshay Khanna, Amir Khan, and Saif Ali Khan, sitting at that fort
On top
in
of the
that
fort,
certain way,
yeah.
and then that shot coming
Yeah, yeah.
with the sea in the background. People have recreated that shot a
Many
number of
times.
times. But in addition to that, Dil Chahta Hai worked wonders for Goa because it showcased the different towns of Goa. It showcased the different food that you get and
Yeah,
then the different beaches, right? Although it
yeah,
was mostly shot in South Goa, I guess,
yeah.
it just
Fort
showcased,
Aguada and Chapura Fort.
yeah.
Mm.
So that Fort Aguada is north, right?
No, it's also
Yeah.
south. It's
Is it?
south. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
No, I think it's not. You should check it out.
I'm going to check
Exot
that out
Taj,
right
Taj,
now.
Taj Exotica is south. So yeah, and then Fort Aguada moves up north, right? So it is actually in my books it is not Goa. Let's see who wins over here. The person who's traveled to 87 countries or whatever your number might be, or the person who's traveled to a meager 38 or 39 countries like me. So you can keep checking out. But um, we'll come back with that answer, Sunila. It's okay. You cannot be so offended that uh, you have to check it out right now.
Okay, I have to give it to you this time because it is in North Goa, in Candolim.
Yeah,
It's okay. It's not that far from
guys,
the south.
listeners,
So,
I've been telling all of you, this is what happens when you travel to more than 80 countries. You don't know what's in India, and
see, I
suddenly you
have
start
to,
forgetting. Yeah,
yeah, I'm going to start going and traveling in India again
yeah,
now.
maybe you should. All right, Goa. Well, there was Go Goa Gone also that was shot in Goa. There were many other movies that have been shot.
And the Golmaal, the whole
Oh
of
yeah,
Golmaal franchise.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Of
Like
course, a lot is in the movie sets, but they
yeah,
do use a lot of Goa as well.
yes, and Rohit Shetty just throwing cars like just toys
Yeah.
around. That is something that they love doing. But like you said, most of it is on a set. But Goa has been a main feature of the Golmaal movie franchise also. Now, Sunila, we've spoken about a lot of things over the last 20 minutes. And, as we've been discussing over the last episodes, our episodes have been extending and extending. So we've decided to keep it short this time. So let's move to the South. And I think, should we get to Shah Rukh Khan right now?
There is Shah Rukh Khan and there is Shah Rukh Khan. And, actually, two of the movies that I had shortlisted, both are Shah Rukh Khan movies. So I think we can start with him for sure.
All right, let's start with the more recent one right now.
Okay, so Munnar, the tea gardens of Munnar, which are so beautiful, and you can actually go and stay there as well in the tea gardens and enjoy a beautiful walk. And I think Chennai Express with Deepika and Shah Rukh Khan just made it look so beautiful that you look at the songs, you look at the movie, and you feel like pack my bags and let's go to Munnar. So yes,
So,
Chennai Express it was for
so
me.
Chennai Express had Munnar. It
Yes,
had the it had Rameshwaram.
right.
It had the bridge that connects. It
Yes,
had Dudhsagar waterfalls. It had the what is the temple? It is the Vatamalai Murugan temple. Yes, where he
correct.
carries Deepika and
Yes,
goes all the
yes,
way to the top.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that is that. But the waterfalls were the highlight over there, I think.
beautiful.
And then of course the drive through the tea gardens of Munnar was something incredible. Which
Right.
was the other Shah Rukh Khan one?
So the other Shah Rukh Khan one is Preeti Zinta's. I think it's her first movie, which was Dil Se, and the song that is shot in the backwaters on the houseboat. So you cannot forget that, and that was so beautiful. Preeti Zinta in traditional Kerala attire. She's wearing the saris and she's dancing, and yes, you have Shah Rukh Khan also out there, and the song was so beautiful. I think it just, you were just aware that, hey, look, I can rent a boat and stay in the backwaters as well. So I think it was a good point there.
Fair enough. So Shah Rukh Khan ends our episode, right? So we started in
There's
Kashmir.
just one more thing, that when we talk of Kerala, we spoke of the backwaters and Munnar and the waterfalls that you spoke about. One of the biggest movies of recent times, again mythological, was shot there, Neil,
Oh
by the
yes,
Athirapalli waterfalls, and that was Bahubali. Also featured in Ravan with Aishwarya Rai singing a song there, but I think most recent was Bahubali, and with that amazing waterfall at the backdrop. So another good reason to go there.
I think yeah. Instead of Shah Rukh Khan, Bahubali, and the grandesque nature
Yes.
of the entire movie and the sets, and one of the most expensive movies shot in India. I think that is a good way to end it. So Smita, we've done like from Kashmir to
Hmm.
South India. we've gone east, we've come west, and all of that. So India has a lot to offer. Any closing notes?
Well, we cannot close the episode without Mumbai, and I think Mumbai itself. Yes, we have our Bollywood studios, and we have the studios where things are shot. But just a walk around Mumbai also sometimes reminds you of movies that were shot there. So Marine Drive, you have Wake Up Sid, and then near Joggers Park, Dil Chahta Hai was shot there. But one of the most recent Hollywood movies to be shot in India, in Mumbai, was Christopher Nolan's Tenet. And I think it was shot all along Colaba Causeway, Taj Mahal Palace, and Cafe Mondegar. So now that the restrictions are being lifted, I really think it would be a great idea in the rains to go to either Marine Drive or near Taj Mahal Palace, following all the safety norms, of course. And once it's allowed, to go back and relive the whole Bollywood drama that India and Mumbai is.
I think what Christopher Nolan did with Tenet is that for most of us who were watching the movie, we were so confused watching the movie that we were just seeing the locations, and then maybe that was the thing. But because you mentioned Christopher Nolan, and like it just randomly reminded me, Rajasthan was where also the Dark Knight Rises was shot. So
Right.
Batman fans will know that in Jodhpur they had shot the Dark Knight Rises. But awesome, great, thanks so much, Sunila. It
Thank you,
has
Neil.
been a fun episode discussing Bollywood. I think we should also watch some Bollywood movie the next time we meet. And listeners, viewers, if you think we missed out on any of the movies that are super famous, have been shot in India, and there will be quite a few, tell us in the comments. Write to us at neil@veenaworld.com, sunila@veenaworld.com. We would like to hear your views. We would like to hear which episodes we should do in the future, and we will happily do them. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until the next episode, see you. Take care of yourselves and stay safe. Have a good one. Bye bye.